So, friends, it is Tuesday, and so what do we have on Tuesday is mindfulness and Middot. Mindfulness, we do some sort of mindfulness, some sort of awareness, and Middot is we see what character trait we perhaps need to work on. And so let's begin with a little bit of movement settling in. And I'm just going to move this a tiny bit closer so that make sure that we can see each other. Okay, I think that's better. Yeah, that's definitely better. Let's take a breath in and a breath out, settling into our body. Another breath in through your nose and a breath out. I invite you to close your eyelids if you're comfortable. Place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. And just let's breathe for a moment, settling into this day, December 31st, 2024. The last Tuesday in December, the seventh night of Hanukkah tonight. So it's the 6th day still. Settling in for the moment, breathing in, feeling your body, sensing where you are in your room, in your environment. Perhaps noticing the coolness or heat of the room, maybe even the smell of the room. Are you in the room alone? Someone else? A beloved animal, companion, dog, a cat? Are you at home? Are you at work? Are you in your car? Just sensing where you are in the moment. And breathing in and breathing out. I invite you to take that hand that you had on your belly and put it on your heart, one hand over the other, and continue to breathe. An invitation on this last Mindfulness and Middot of 2024, last Tuesday, the last day of the year 2024. To think for a moment who you want to dedicate this spiritual practice to. Is it someone that you miss, someone that has died, someone who has no longer in your life? Or is it someone that is in your life but just not with you at the moment? Is it a friend? Is it a relative? Is it a child, a parent? Is it a friend? Or is it that you want to dedicate this last spiritual practice of this year, this Tuesday, this Mindfulness and Middot to perhaps yourself? I invite you to say that name either out loud or to yourself. And then say thank you. Thank you. And breathe that thank you in. Modeh, Modah, Odeh, Ani, Lefanecha. Thank you, God, for life, for heartbeat, for this moment in time, for this day. It is good to be alive. If your eyelids are closed, I invite you to open your eyelids. And I'm doing this from a chair, but you can do it standing up or from a chair or wherever you are comfortable. Let's do a little bit of movement. So I invite you to take your palms face down and just hold your arms out. And if any of this hurts, just don't do it. I invite you to take your thumbs and they're facing down, and I invite you to rotate them to the right, which means now your palms will be up. I invite you to bring your arms all the way up to the ceiling, to the sky, to the heavens above you, and breathe. Breathe in and breathe out. Slowly bring them down to midline, right to the center of your chest, your thumbs touching your chest, and breathe. I invite you to send love out. We're going to make a V, send love out into the world, and then bring your palms together, bring that love back into your heart, the love from the world into your heart. Let's do that again. Let's make a V, send the love out into the world, bring our palms together, breathe, and bring the love back into your heart, and breathe. I invite you to place your hands on your palms on your thighs or your knees, and take your right hand and place it on your left thigh or knee. And if you're on a chair, you can hold the back of your chair, and let's twist to the left and breathe. In and out. Return to the front. Take your left hand, place it on your right thigh and the chair. Your right hand on the back of the chair and twist to the right. And return to the center. Now, if the right and left were mixed up, I'm not sure what Zoom does, and sometimes it has to be backwards. So whatever it is, doesn't matter. Just as long as what you've done on one side, you've done on the other. I invite you to raise your hands if you're able. Take your right hand, and you're going to move that down to the side, and you're going to move your left hand over like this. Very simple, and breathe. I invite you to raise your arms up again. You're going to take your left hand down and move your right hand to the left side and breathe. One more time, up, looking up all the way to the heavens. Thank you, God, for the miracle of life, for all of the blessings on this last day of the year. Bring the love from God together back into your heart. And breathe. Let's take those arms, palms down, and let's just rotate them a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, friends. I think that we're warmed up a bit. Our body is ready. And so I invite you to be comfortable. So you can listen to this teaching with your eyes open, your eyes closed. It doesn't really matter. You can be seated, lie down, stand up. It doesn't matter. All I ask is for you to just be in the moment in time as we continue to learn a little bit. So today is the 6th day of Hanukkah. It's New Year's Eve, and it's a journey of light and reflection. As we gather this, let's think of a moment. Let's think for a moment of today, and then also tonight. Tonight we'll light up the 7th night of Hanukkah, which coincides with the evening or the eve of the secular New Year, New Year's Eve. 2025 will begin. We find ourselves at a unique intersection of time, a moment that invites both celebration and introspection. Celebration of the flickering of the flames of the menorah, each one representing a miracle of light, beckons us to reflect on the past year while illuminating the path ahead. So for some of us, we'll be going to parties, and some of us will have gatherings, and some of us will have family over, and some of us won't. For some of us, it'll feel like a real celebration, and for some of us, it won't. For some of us, it is not an easy time. Holidays aren't easy. Those of us who have grief, those of us who are feeling lonely or alone, all of that during holidays and celebrations when other people are celebrating or previously you celebrate in a different way, it's still another opportunity to begin again. You know, we know that Hanukkah is the power of light. It reminds us, it's called the Festival of Lights. It reminds us that even in the darkest of times, a single flame can pierce through the shadows. Just as the Maccabees fought against oppression, we too, many of us, have to face our own battles, our own demons, the internal and external, and the lights of the menorah serve as a metaphor of resilience and a metaphor of courage. So as we prepare to step into the new year, let us draw inspiration from the miracle of the oil that lasted 8 days. This teaches us that what seems limited can provide an abundance beyond our expectations. In our lives, some of us, we feel depleted, yet within us lies that endless reservoir of potential and strength. So friends, you know, today is Tuesday, so it's Mindfulness and Middot, so we need to talk about some Middot. It's the end of 2024. It's the last Tuesday next year. Next Tuesday will be next year. And so the character traits, the attributes, the Middot that I was thinking most about is gratitude and hope. During this time of reflection, we're called to cultivate these two essential Middot, gratitude and hope. Gratitude helps us acknowledge the blessings over the past year, and hope inspires us to envision a future filled with more opportunity and possibilities and blessings. For some of us, we've had blessings that we haven't noticed. The opportunity in 2025 perhaps is to see them quicker and clearer. If we take a moment to just think about 3 things that we were grateful for from this past year, whether big or small, these blessings are indeed light. They have brightened your path in this last year. What 3 items, what 3 things, large or small, are you grateful for? I invite you to breathe those in. Hope as we approach the new year. Can we consider one goal or intention that you wish to set for yourself? Hope is indeed the fuel that propels us forward, that allows us to dream and strive for a better tomorrow and a better 2025. I want to tell you an old Hasidic story. There was once a village that had lost their way. Each evening, as darkness fell, the villagers would gather in despair, lamenting the shadows that enveloped them. One night, a child named Miriam, a nice Jewish name, decided to take action. She lit a small candle and she placed it in her window. The glow of that single flame drew the attention of her neighbors, who began to light their own candles. Soon the entire village was alit with flickering flame, their window glowing like a star against the night sky. In that moment, the villagers realized that even in the smallest act of courage, that could ignite hope and transform their community. Miriam had taught them a powerful lesson. When we share our own lights with others, we create a tapestry of brilliance that can overcome even the deepest darkness. Some of us feel that we have more light, perhaps, than others. That may be true. But even that little bit of light, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. So remember that we each have a pilot light. We have a light. Each of us can spread that light by being kind in the world. Let's do a little meditation. I invite you to close your eyelids if you're comfortable. Just take a few moments. Take a breath in through your nose. Let it out through your mouth with a sigh. Let's do it one more time. Breathe in through your nose. Let it out through your mouth with a sigh. With your eyelids closed, picture the lights of the menorah in your minds. Each flame represents a moment of joy, a lesson learned, a challenge overcome. Let the warmth of their glow fill your heart. Breathe that in. Breathe in the lights of the menorah in your mind. A moment of joy, a lesson learned, a challenge overcome. I invite you now to reflect on gratitude as you breathe in. Think of 3 blessings that maybe you thought about earlier or maybe different. And feel that gratitude within you, allowing it to expand with the following 3 breaths. Breathing in, thinking about the first one, sitting with that for a moment. Breathing in the second one, sitting with that for a moment. Breathing in the third one. Sitting with that for a moment. Feel the gratitude. I invite you to set your intention. Is he stuck? I invite you to set your intention with a sense of hope. Envision the goal, intention that you wish to set forth on this new year. Set it as a bright flame within you, growing stronger and stronger and more vibrant. See that bright flame within you growing stronger and more vibrant with each breath. Set your intention. Set your intention. I invite you to conclude our time together with an affirmation. When you feel ready, if your eyelids are still closed, I invite you to open them and say this affirmation with me. I'll say it twice. I am a beacon of light. I am a beacon of light. I am a beacon of possibility. I am a beacon of possibility. My actions illuminate my path. My actions illuminate my path. My actions illuminate the path of others. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Tonight, may the lights of Hanukkah and the promise of the new year inspire us to embrace our inner strength, nurture our relationships, strive for a brighter future, one with more light. Let us carry the spirit of resilience and hope into the new year. Wish you a pre-happy New Year and a happy Hanukkah. We will see each other tonight at 8 p.m. as we light the Hanukkah for the 7th night of Hanukkah. We are one human family. We are Judaism fueled by love. We love you. We'll see you back here at 8 p.m. for Hanukkah lighting. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai. 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 O Rabbeinu Chai. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Last day of 2024. Make the most out of it. Happy Hanukkah.